Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Stretch and Share. Spring has sprung and summer is surfacing. Hence the legs come out. Yeah, they need to see the sun again. It's been a little hot minute since they've been out. So here we go. Summer is on the horizon. Welcome. If this is your first Stretch and Share, essentially all we're doing is hopefully you're stretching in your end while I'm stretching in mine, and I share whatever's on my mind, in my heart, weighing me down or lifting me up. And today, I don't really have anything too deep, which I guess that's good, right? So let's start stretching. And again, disclaimer, this is not a tutorial video. This is simply just me stretching, doing things that feel right for my body, hoping you're doing what feels right for your body, and all of us becoming healthier. And the sharing part is about becoming healthier emotionally, mentally, while we're stretching physically and becoming healthier, is getting stuff, like I said, off our chest, or just sharing stuff, hearing another person that's maybe going through something similar, putting words to an experience that you're maybe having or have had. Hopefully that's what this time together can do. So, yes, again, I'm not a yoga teacher. I'm not a physical instructor of any kind. So don't follow me. Just do your own thing. I love getting this time with myself as well. I don't know about you, I'm very hyper aware of stuff. And by that I mean that, like, I notice a lot of things that I guess people just don't notice. Oh yeah, this is good for hip openers. For me. But you do whatever's good for you. But I just am very aware, and always have been, of my body. On our Evolve podcast with Greg and Leah, we just recently recorded an episode that drops this coming weekend called Listening to Our Bodies. And in that episode, I do a little bit of talking about how, or we both do, of, what kind of listening are we doing to our bodies? Because I've always been someone who, I just notice things on myself and on other people, not just physically, but I can tell if someone's in a bad mood, or if something isn't okay. I just sense the atmosphere around and tune into it maybe, and that is what helps me gauge if something is a good idea for now or not a good idea to talk about with someone. But for myself, like I said, I like to observe my body, listen to my body. I'm not great at it. I don't always do it right. Sometimes I ignore my body on purpose because I want the donut, I want the cookie, I want the coffee, whatever it is. No, that's not really true. Rarely do I have coffee. I'm not a coffee person. I am a tea person, as one of our other episodes talked about. So I don't always perfectly listen to my body. Like I said, sometimes I ignore it because I really want something else. But I just really enjoy paying attention to things. And I brought that up because when I was just doing one of the bend over folds there, I don't know what it's called, and I noticed something on the bottom of my foot, and it's on both sides. So I was like, what is that? And I don't know what it is. It's something hard on my foot, but it's on both sides on the exact same spot, and it just feels almost like a skin tag on my foot. And it doesn't bother me, it's not irritating me, but I love my feet. So I look at my feet a lot, and my toes, and just all parts of me. I like watching and seeing what it does, how it does it. The other day I was thinking about all the internal parts of us that we don't even have any say of how they're operating, but they're doing such a great job. So, yeah, I love my body. I love listening to it. I love observing it. I love being thankful for it because it's doing so much. I think I've shared that in a gratitude episode before of what I'm grateful for is all those body organs and systems that are doing their job amazingly every day. Think about every time you go to the bathroom in the morning. Like, do we realize how horrible our lives would be and how uncomfortable if you couldn't do that function? And I do know people who, I've known paraplegics and different people who don't and can't do that on their own anymore and need an assistance of some kind. And my heart goes out for them for sure. But it makes me so appreciative of every little function my body does. And go into the bathroom, be thankful for it. So, I'm just curious, what are things that you love about your body? Body image is very much a struggle in today's society with all this social media content and everybody's cute little bodies and perfectionism and filters and everything else that happens on social media. A lot of body dysmorphia. This is a big word that's come up in the last several years. Men, women, non-binaries struggle with my body, what I look like, what I think I look like versus what I actually look like to others. And this is a big deal. So today I want you to think about what you love about your body. And if you say, I can't think of anything right now, I want you to take a stop. Take a minute. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Put your hands on your body wherever it feels right. It could be on your chest, on your heart, your belly. Hell, it could be your knees or your toes, your elbows. Who cares? Where do you feel you should touch your body? And just listen to your own body. And start being thankful for maybe the unseen before the seen. It's in the unseen that I feel like we can grow that confidence maybe a little safer. It's in the unseen parts of us that we don't judge, is what I'm saying. We judge everything we can see out here, including myself. I mean, everyone thinks, oh, you're so cute, tiny body, blah, blah, blah. But I have my own body issues. I have my own thoughts and feelings about it. But I can say this, that I don't spend a lot of time thinking about what I don't like about my body. It's there. I mean, there's thoughts. Like, I have big eyes and a big nose, and I'm a pretty moly person. I mean, I have moles and stuff, and these things aren't attractive. But I don't spend a lot of time thinking about those things. And that's maybe different than someone who does spend a lot of time thinking about their body and all the things they hate about it. So that's why I encourage anyone who has deep-seated body self-image issues, start in the parts you don't see. Start with the parts that don't get your credit very often and that are doing an amazing job. So when we start inside and then building that confidence and that gratitude for the outside of us, it's really life-changing of what can start evolving for you in the sense of your self-image. Because as gratitude is known to do, it can be very contagious. And it becomes this amazing roller coaster ride of starting to see just how much you really are thankful for. And that is the best kind of roller coaster ride to be on. Whew. So, what are some internal things, the invisible things, that you can be thankful for today? Let's talk about some of those. My heart, when I put my hands on my chest, my heart is working beautifully every second to circulate life through my body. My lungs do a great job oxygenating that blood that is bringing life to my body. It brings that oxygen to my brain, which that brain we don't see, but it runs everything in here. All these nerves, all those veins, all those neurons that are firing in these beautiful, beautiful corners that we don't think about. So start thinking in that term, see what comes up for you, and I'd love to know, how does this, if you struggle with any kind of body dysmorphia or self-loathing when you look in the mirror, and start this practice of not looking externally, but going within and start thanking all of this that keeps me alive and all that it's doing, all that is done your whole life up to this very second, without you maybe ever acknowledging it, without you ever appreciating it. And take that space today to do that. Whoa. Even little things. I mean, if you are someone who loves science or observing the body like I do, think of all those things that no one thinks about, like the stirrup bone in your ear. I was just thinking about balance there. That's what made me think about ears. Woo! And all those little parts. Freaking get an anatomy book. If you need some help, if you're really stuck, get an anatomy book. Don't just stay on the genital pages, people. We're grown-ups. But be thankful and start looking through that book of all the little details of this whole amazing body that we get to have. And start thanking those pieces in and of yourself. Oh. So, that's all I have for today. Go do your assignment. Go love your goddamn self, because you're the only one who's going to be the most obsessed with yourself ever in your whole life. And that's how it should be. It shouldn't be, we should not be putting the burden on others to love us more than we love ourselves. It's just not going to happen. So get out there. Oh, this could be bad for me. And dude, start being obsessed with yourself, because there is only one of you. Now, yes, I believe there's doppelgangers. There are printouts and cookie cutters of people who look like us. But ultimately, no one's had our experience. No one lives in our world, which is all this, our body, our mind, our spirits. We are 100% unique in that way, for sure. So start appreciating that about you. Start really, really, really loving and being obsessed with you, because I don't know you, and I think you're amazing, but I'll never love you like you should love yourself. So that's all for today. I gotta finish stretching, and then I'm gonna do some exercise with some weights, but go, be obsessed with yourself. And while that's happening, while you're doing all this, be healing. Until next time, everyone, have a beautiful morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are. Bye.